Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi. I'm the Mysterious JG, and we're getting near the point I need to really think about how do I get back out of here? Okay. I need to think about actually pulling the trigger on this invasion. One thing I should do is actually check and see how much time I got left. We need to do it by 1580-09. It's still 1578. So we still have, at this point, 2 years before I have to get it done. But, agriculture changes with the season. What does not change, however, is our stores of seed and fertilizer. We consider carefully which castles to use them on. Okay. What would you say to expanding into a new trade zone? That's all you're ever advising, but I guess we'll keep doing that until we're out of them to expand into. And then she will probably start telling us to develop trade zones. Why are you flashing? Because we have a bunch of refugees that aren't getting used. So we have no militia and thousands of farmers here. Our gold balance is 1625. I feel like we've got enough that we don't need to recruit anymore. I feel like I could just attack at this point. Again, we got our fishing towns. I wish I could pull some of those back, actually. Some ranches that are being overseen by more than one. Like, is Lady Tollpanther overseeing more than one facility? Oh, this one doesn't have an overseer anymore. I wonder how that works. The overseer is the person who built it in the first place, but like the Bloody-Handed should still be the overseer over a fishing town, if I understand it correctly. But maybe I had somebody else improve his fishing town. That's right. So there's various things with no overseer, and I don't know if the overseers do anything once the place is built, other than they're the one who you can go straight to the continue command instead of having to go to improve. Well, at the end of the day, we can't build these economic type ones. So I'm more about, let's just save the money. Ranch income 40. Resource income 60. Oh, for horses. So resource income is something that's something born out of trade zones that I didn't build facilities for. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go to war. I just saved, didn't I? Let me save again, just in case. I feel like I saved. The only thing we've done since the last time I saved was make a decision about which thing to invest into. So I believe if we were to declare war right now, I've got the full troop counts for infantry in those cities. I should be able to march in. It's just the question is going to be how much are the Otomo going to send to stop us? Please select a clan to declare war on. Do pay special attention to the enemy's troop count and allies. So they got 2 different allies who are going to come help them. This will declare and start a war on Ito. Are you sure you wish to do this? Yep. Men of Satsuma, take up your weapons, ride forward, and take Yoshiyuki's head. And I'll be holding on to a save state, or a save file, just in case we do this, and then find that the next quest is unwinnable, that we need more time and more strength. I don't like save scumming these historical LPs, but I don't want to get beaten in the cradle here. You know what I mean? Word of Shimazu's soldiers at the border. Hurry and gather the men. We must protect the lands of Ito. Otomo will join the war with Ito. We must stay on our guards. Sagara will join with Ito. We must stay on our guards. I guess I could have used diplomacy to get them to back off, but... Would you like to receive a tutorial about March? Yeah, March is one of my favorite months. My birthday and my dad's birthday are in March. Oh, now I feel terrible. I can't remember off the top of my head what baby Bronco's birthday is. I don't think it was in March. I don't remember. I know that my niece's birthday is sometime in the summer. Luckily, when you're not the parent, you're just the uncle. The sibling will usually give you a shout out. Hey, it's time to time to get a birthday gift. Bronco a little too young to understand birthdays, but boy, I'd be in some trouble if I missed my niece's birthday. The March command allows you to... Stop talking about what the fuck? The March command allows you to deploy units from friendly bases and gather them at a certain point. First, select a country to send your soldiers to. If the enemy is going to intercept you, then their predicted route will be shown. If the march will lead to a battle, the country the battle will take place in will have a sword icon on it. Select a destination to march to. Well, first of all, I'd like to see war info. So, we have 15,600 soldiers. The total of the enemies is 3,490. So they have us outnumbered 2-1. That's if everybody sends every soldier they've got. This is the problem. I don't think the Sagara are making a difference here. But we could have tried to ask them to break off relations with the Ito. Maybe we should have done that. Not only because of this, but I think the next plot event, the Otomo might be going up against them too. Like, I think in the next plot event, we may have their backs as we fight the Otomo, but the Otomo is still more powerful than both of us put together. So maybe I don't want to beat the shit out of their soldiers. Oh... Can I do that? Can I load right after I told you guys we're finally going to war? I don't think I can. I think I need to. I think that would just be too mean to you viewers. Sadawara or Taka? When you select a destination... Oh, now it's a different person. I forget your character name. And she's the one who's all, like, goofy and... anime... goofy girl. When you select a destination, your army will automatically be organized. Forecast of your march will be displayed, and if a battle will take place, estimated troop numbers will also be shown. A single army can have a maximum of 9 units. By choosing the Organize button, you can return to the Organization screen and freely change your officers and troop numbers. In the active phase, after the units have been deployed, your units will join together into an army and march along to their destination. Running into an army will start a battle, and if you enter a country with an enemy base, your forces will blockade it. It is possible to capture a castle without reducing soldier numbers by blockading it. However, the blockades take time, so a lot of provisions will be consumed. During a blockade, you can storm a castle to capture it quickly, but the base's HP and the number of your soldiers will be reduced, so you have to decide when it's best to blockade or storm a castle depending on the situation. Yeah, if possible, I want to blockade that castle, Taka Castle, I think it's called, because as I've been kind of saying, I have a little bit of foreknowledge that eventually we will be defending it against a large army. You can also issue orders to a force that is on its march. If you're unsure about something, just drop their marching speed and you can appraise them as they march. Furthermore, drawn-out war will worry the people, lowering the popularity and greatly reducing provisions income. Even if you're winning the war, it's a good idea to negotiate for or to accept peace once you have achieved your objectives in order to prevent the conflict from dragging on too long. Well, then go ahead and march. If you want to change the army you disorganized, just select the Organize button to do so. After reviewing that, if you want to continue, then select Begin March. Okay, form unit, change destination. So I've got Kalanawari Sanada. I don't know how to tell who are equipping the unit with horses. Let's see. I don't get it. All these places whose names are lit up are the ones that are marching. So you are not marching. Or maybe I can tell you to march. All units, soldiers. Change the number of soldiers in all units. There's a lot that I don't understand about this screen. For example, you have soldiers. You are infantry. Okay. You are infantry. You are infantry. And you are militia. And you are militia. And you are militia. So why isn't... You guys are infantry. Why are you marching? So this unit... So which unit is the farthest away? And I'll replace it. Okay. Your unit is pretty far away. I could replace you. Stop units from marching. What if I want to replace you? How do I... Check army information. Organize units and remove units. Organize and remove units will take place in the march. Okay. Now, what's this? What's the one that has infantry? Can I just... Would you let me go to the frickin' map, for crying out loud? Oh. I don't know how to switch the view so I can see the map. Because there's a place with soldiers that is... Akayogi Castle, maybe? Oh, no, that's the one I... So cancel all and return to the previous screen. No, not just yet. So... yeah, that's whatever. I want to get Izumi Castle involved. And I don't know why I'm not being allowed to. So I want to unselect, and now maybe I can add them. So now, you guys are still, why are you still there? Why is she not part of the same army? Oh, is she already? Okay.
We march.
Something... I don't know. I got very confused, but it looks like the only city whose troop count doesn't indicate that they're already marching is there. Maybe Izumi was marching and I just got confused. Either way, I'm not going to have time to actually get to the battle in this video now, so oops. A Tano clan was eliminated by the Oda. Well, that's a shame. Autumn. Yes, Autumn. Atano was eliminated at N3SH. Newly expanded into a trade zone of a country that's currently supporting our enemies in war. Now we have the Sagara. Again, never mind. That's somebody else. We've newly expanded. Tribute. 19,366 supplies have been received. Our trading town has improved. No other reports.
These are the results from last month.
So we're actually making money now. Our provisions went up, not just from fish. Infantry pay will go down after this battle because some of them are going to die, but it'll come back up again eventually. Military expenses are pretty high because we're actually on the march.
Please, command me.
We can order autumn work to our farmers. Now is a perfect time for land clearing. That's true. I suppose we can't stop with the agriculture. You can only give orders in each castle once per season. Okay. You have any ideas on what those orders should be? Usually you guys tell me. So, there are many refugees in this castle. What would you say to clearing the land, expanding our farms, and putting them to work? Yes.
I understand.
She understands that because she suggested it. By imposing labor orders, we can make our people work for us. Let us make use of this. So clearing will increase farmland. And eliminate the last of our refugees. We don't have that many refugees here because we've been using it for frontline battle zone. So our refugees here are infantry. So maybe I want to back off and have some of these other places. Or maybe I want to actually see if I have more labor to use in commerce now. No, this is just actions. We can increase trade zone productivity through investment. But we won't get much investment in trade zones with a low level of development. So, trade zone production. It'll cost 1,000 to increase this place's production by 195. Alright, back to agriculture because I just need to be giving orders every month, I guess. This place has 2,000. Yeah, probably the places that have a lot of refugees is where I should be. So who has the most refugees? Because you don't have to live like a refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee. Okay. Because unless you turn refugees into infantry, they're not doing you any good. And good. None of these frontline cities are the ones that ended up getting development. So yeah, these places don't have a lot of refugees because I haven't been recruiting the refugees as infantry. So now they are going to expand. And having enough food at the local level affects popularity, but as far as marching goes, it appears to be all collected together. So still don't have enough money for infrastructure. Doesn't seem like it's the main thing to be worried about, though. We need to march in and actually do this battle. I'm really starting to feel like I should have just... is this all that's coming to fight me, or are there more on the way? Because yeah, I did this off screen. I screwed it up. I ended up with 2 units marching in. It was interesting. I sent in a small unit with only like 3,000 troops, and they were outnumbered like 3-1, and I lost the battle. But the Shimazu seem to get bonuses when they're outnumbered. So I inflicted like 2-1 losses, but still lost because I was outnumbered 3-1. Then when the main force arrived, they mopped the floors with them. So I'm curious how this will go. If we attack them while they're still... they've definitely got more troops than us. Ito's army is right before us. Victory in this battle will fall upon both sides' leaderships. Will you take command of the battle? Yes. Very well, we will attain victory at any cost. Sure hope I can save during battle. The forces of Sukatsugu Mera of Ito are right before us. We shall bring our soldiers to the fray. Found enemy units at Sarawara. Let us settle things with them. So yeah, if this goes... The fact that I have a lot of infantry... if this goes anything like when I fought the battles the other night and didn't record, they have us outnumbered, but not by enough to win. We've got better officers and better troops. I'm more worried about losing a lot of troops and then still being weakened when the Otomo launch their next attack. I suggest go with Twin-Headed Dragon for this battle. If you would like to use another plan, please change it at the preparation screen. Would you like a tutorial about battle preparations? I have a feeling this might be what ends this video. It's like we go through the tutorial, and then when it's time to actually start the video, that'll be the big hook for next week. Our armies have met on the field. Why am I suddenly the one giving advice? Our armies have met on the field, meaning it is finally time for a battle. First, we set up our units in battle plan before the fighting actually starts. By pressing this button, you can change your battle plan and unit positioning. Press the change position button. I actually like the Twin Dragon plan. Our plan is the battle strategy the army will employ. There are many kinds, including particularly powerful ones that only certain officers can suggest. There are some plans that will have no effect unless a unit is in a specific place. Take care with your placements and not waste your plans. Once you've finished positioning and deciding on a plan, try pressing the confirmation button.
I will show you my skill. I will show you my skill.
Let me
Woodpecker. Oh, never mind. They had... Oh, I can go through everybody's plans. I don't necessarily want to use full charge here. Twin, yeah. His suggested plan. Twin-headed dragon is a plan that puts together units that focus on the attack and units that focus on defense. Attackers raid boast high offensive power and speed. They run freely throughout the battlefield, finding and attacking enemies. Though defense are skilled in defense, they are slow. Assign them to protecting the leader's main unit. Oh, this is interesting. And we can get the Phantom plan. Phantom is a plan revolving around ambushing the enemy without being found by them. Assault or attacks from the outside of the enemy's vision, rather than slamming into them from the front. If you're discovered, try hiding again. Rush main camp. Rush main camp is the best strategy ever. Burn all the food. Rush main camp is a plan that uses a unit that it strikes the enemy's main unit. The commando holds back its powers until finding the enemy main unit, so that it won't be able to fight much. When we find the enemy, however, it charges directly at them. And then the woodpecker. Leader's grandma's favorite strategy. With woodpecker, a flanking unit goes around the back of the enemy main unit and hits them in a pincer attack with the rest of the army. This is one of the strategies that got used at Kawakanojima when Shingen was fighting Kenshin. This is why I know the term woodpecker formation. The woodpecker leaves the battlefield after the start, and it comes back behind the enemy's main unit a few turns later. No plan. Enter battle without a special plan. Enter the battle without any particular plan. This has no clear weakness, but no real strength either. All orders will be left to the leader. Tactical skirmish. Tactical skirmish is a plan that has a tactician to support some units with their cunning. The tactical unity makes use of the tactic's cunning to confound enemy attacks. The lower the unit leader's intelligence, the greater the benefit.
Let's show what we can do.
And the bloody-handed, it's into force assault. Force assault is a plan that skillfully uses force to ambush the enemy. The force troop can move through force quickly. Let them use force well and attack the enemy. I don't know if we have force on this map, actually. I guess knowing the map would have been useful before picking a strategy. Subterfuge. Schönes Kind, komm, geh mit mir, gar schönes Spiel, spiel ich mit dir. Subterfuge is a plan that has a bait unit draw in a large amount of enemy units, then confuse them with misinformation. The trickster becomes the bait and draws the enemy in. When they get hit by a pincer attack, they spread misinformation to stop the enemy in their tracks. Luring ambush. Luring ambush is a plan that has a bait unit draw on the enemy while a hidden ambush unit destroys them. The decoy rushes into the enemy and draws them out. The ambush hides when the battle begins, and when the luring unit enters combat, it will appear to aid them one turn later. 10-sided ambush. 10-sided ambush is a plan that uses a bait unit as an ambusher, and an ambusher. Decoy will provoke the enemy to draw them in every 3 turns. Ambush has stronger ambushes. Ambush as a unit has stronger ambushes and will attack from outside the enemy's vision. Use them well with a bait unit.
Let me show you my strength.
Full charge. Full charge is a simple, effective plan that consists entirely of charging. For 5 turns, all units in your army will charge. Though all units gain speed and attack power, defense falls and they cannot receive orders.
I will show you my strength.
Lure provocation. With lure provocation, we lure in the enemy with a baiting unit. The decoy will provoke the enemy for 3 turns, skillfully draw the enemy into you, surround them, and destroy them.
Let us show you our
Leader's charge. Leader's charge is a plan in which the leader leads the charge. Charge mains' abilities are greatly increased, but they will not take orders for 5 turns. Convoy is faster as well. So take care that they do not end up fighting alone alongside, surrounded by enemies.
Let us show you our skill.
But I think we'll go with twin-headed dragon as they recommended.
Let us show you our skill.
Also, battlefields have specific sizes that determine how many troops can deploy in them at a time. Excess troops will only join the battles gradually, as long as their unit remains in standby in their starting location. However, once the unit starts moving, said excess troops will give up on joining the unit and will wait outside the battlefield. The trick is deciding how early to begin moving your units.
I don't think I get that. I kind of wish I'd read the previous part more carefully. But yeah, there are limits to how many troops you can have at a time. I don't think we've hit those here. But yeah, you can keep your units... whatever.
Once you've prepared, press the begin button at the bottom right. Then this will begin the decisive battle.
I can't save right now, huh? Okay. Battle of Sadawara. Would you like to receive a tutorial about battles? Oh man, I need to call it a video. Yeah.
Battles are divided into two phases. There's the order phase, in which you order your individual units, and the active phase, where you watch the battle play out. You finish giving orders and move into the active phase, and time passes until you return to the order phase. This is how battles play out. The date will not change during a battle, and you do not need to worry about running out of provisions, so you can focus on leading your troops without worry. The red pieces are the enemy units. They are represented by question marks in the beginning of the battle, because their exact locations are not known. There are two ways to win in battle. The first is to fill the battle gauge, and the second is to force the enemy leader to retreat. This is the battle gauge. The blue represents your side, and the red represents... The entire gauge is blue. You have won. If it becomes entirely red, however, you have lost. The arrows on the top of the gauge signify the flow of the battle. The flow of the battle can be greatly changed by a variety of events, such as ambushes, pincer attacks, and broken units. Armies that arrive at the battlefield first will set up outposts that can constantly affect the battle gauge. Try to destroy your enemy's outposts and protect your own. If an allied unit steps in an enemy outpost, they can destroy it. Same applies for enemy units with allied outposts. Now let us actually try moving a unit. You can select the allied blue piece, or select the unit from the left side of the screen. When you would like to select multiple units at the same time, move the L stick while pressing the O button.
I'm trying to press the O button, use the L stick. Okay. Now my controller's just acting really weird. Yeah, maybe they meant square? That's... Nope. The enemy has a fortress. The longer it remains, the worse our position will grow. Let us get rid of it as soon as we can. There's a trade zone nearby. There are many shops and walls, making it difficult to attack. It seems the advantage in battle is a little slanted. We still haven't grasped the enemy's movements. Let us advance cautiously. It does not look like the weather will cloud anytime soon. We're in for a sunny day. Yeah, they meant X. They said circle, but they meant X.
Once you've selected a unit, try selecting destination next. The yellow rectangle is the destination, and the yellow circle is the range the unit can move after one order. If you press circle while selecting a location, you can set it as a waypoint. If you select more locations this way, you can order a unit to travel through waypoints to get to the destination. Once you've selected destination, select a direction to face. The yellow fan is the unit's vision. You can discover enemy units when they enter your unit's field of vision.
Okay, I don't actually want to do that, because they're all moving to the same spot.
Coming into contact with the enemy will cause yours to automatically attack it. If there's a specific unit you wish to attack, select it as your unit's destination. To switch to the active phase, please press the advance button at the bottom right of the screen. Let us go to the active phase after giving orders to all of our units.
I actually would really like to save.
Please command me. Your command? Let us begin.
The beginning. I just want to advance right now until we actually So this is skirmishers and the defenders, I guess? Defense, boom, boom. Defense, boom, boom. Raid. These are the raiders. So we kind of want them moving in this general direction.
Let's get started.
Please command me. Ready yourselves.
Your command. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, we kind of actually want them to try to get out to the side so they can sweep in. And try to engage first with the defense guys who have high defense, and then get the raid guys to come in after them.
Please give me a command. Prepare yourselves.
So everybody's moving somewhere. I can go to the active phase now.
Shall we go?
We will take Sukatsugu Mera's head. Everyone follow me. And I can't save. Well, I don't... Well, this sucks. I don't really have... I guess I have to finish this, but I'm not going to do it right now. I guess I don't get to record any Neo today. Because the game is basically forcing my hand. When we come back next time, I guess we're doing this battle, whether I like it or not. See you later.